Hi, and welcome to our third video on using Excel. Here we're going to be calculating some statistical numbers based on some data. I've gone ahead and set myself up. Here we have some data about different people and their pulse rate as it was measured. Now some of these are pretty straightforward and built in. So for instance, for the mean, typically I'd want to type in mean, but that's not there as a built-in function. Mean actually uses the word average to get our command. So I'm going to type in average. As I've gotten to this point, I'm just going to double click on the word average from the drop down. And notice here it's saying in bold now, it says number 1, comma, and then embraces number 2. This is telling me it's wanting information here inside the parentheses. In particular, the numbers that it wants the average of. So I'm going to select my pulse data. I'm going to hit close parentheses and hit enter. And it's going to tell me what the average of that information is. This function will update itself. So for instance, if I say, no, that's not really 72, that was actually 90. It updates what my mean is. It's one of the nice things about these built-in commands. For the medians, I'm going to go ahead and start typing in the word median. Look right there, 2 letters, and it gets me to median. Go ahead and select it out. Now mode Excel fails, unfortunately. I'm going to go ahead and select these 2 columns first. Select my data tab and go ahead and sort it so I can take a look at what's going on here. And I'm going to sort it based on the pulse. And as I look through my data, I have 2 that are 60 and 2 that are 80. So I should have 2 modes. I should be bimodal. If I type in, though, the mode command, and I select these, Excel only displays one of them. So be wary of the mode command. This is one case where I'm just going to sort it and do it myself as opposed to asking Excel to do it. The range, there again, there isn't a built-in function for this. You have a couple choices. If you want to get fancy here, you can do equals the maximum, max, of these, minus the minimum of these, and that'll give you the 21. Or, now that I have it sorted, I can just say equals 81 minus 60. Go a little old school there. Variance, population variance. So now I'm going to start typing VAR. And now here, when VAR is highlighted, it says estimates variance based on a sample. Well, I don't want sample, I want population variance. VARP calculates variance based on the entire population. These will give you different numbers, VAR and VARP. So pay attention to whether you're doing a sample or a population. So that's my population variance. My sample variance, you can kind of see them side by side here. Oops. Try that again. Notice that gives me quite a different number. Same thing with standard deviation. I start typing in standard deviation, here STDEV and STDEVP. Ignore the ones with A's on the end, we're not going to be using those. So this is my population standard deviation. And my sample standard deviation. So these are all commands you're going to want to practice and memorize. So for mean, it's average. Median, it's median. Nice and easy. Mode you're going to want to do by hand as well as range. You can use the sort function though to help out with those. Population variance is VARP. Now in Excel 2010 it does have a second command for that. Sample variation is VAR. Population standard deviation is STDEVP. And sample standard deviation is STDEV.